You already know I had to make one of these videos, and I tried to speak this into existence for Kingdom Hearts 3. It did not work, and it wasn't necessarily a bad thing, but as you guys probably read in the title, Sephiroth and Kingdom Hearts 4. Now, I'm not saying the game needs it. You never need a secret boss. However, Nomura said in Kingdom Hearts 3 that he felt like people would think another fight with Sephiroth would be redundant. You know, people would not want to see another one because we already had two. However, a lot of people, including myself, and even there's a few people that are actually starting the kind of chance right now saying, I want a Sephiroth boss fight in Kingdom Hearts 4. And I'm going to start that now as well. Like, I'm getting my take out there, and we're going to speak it into existence. All the people that wants a Sephiroth boss fight, we need to start it now, early in development, so that way later down the line, Nomura knows that it's not a redundant boss fight. We know that it would be an awesome boss fight. The way that, you know, you can see bosses in like the Data fights in Kingdom Hearts 3 and even Yazora's fight, how cool those boss fights were. And I mean, even Kingdom Hearts 1 Sephiroth, it was bare bones. However, it was still cool. Like, I mean, it was cool to fight Sephiroth. Kingdom Hearts 2, they implemented it a little bit more, had a little bit more attacks, and it was a nice, cool atmosphere fighting him there too. Kingdom Hearts 3, it would be nice to even fight alongside Cloud, because at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3 and the Remind DLC, we got to see the Final Fantasy characters. Now, throughout the whole year before the Remind DLC, people were complaining that the lack of Final Fantasy characters was a detriment to Kingdom Hearts. I disagree. I don't think Kingdom Hearts necessarily needs Final Fantasy characters, but I also disagree with the other side when people are kind of getting on, like, just getting mad at people for wanting Final Fantasy characters so much, because I also think that was a lot of people's joys, is wondering, well, who's going to be the next cameo? Who could we see? Could we see Lightning? You know, like, I mean, I would love seeing Lightning in a Kingdom Hearts game. However, I still want to see Sephiroth in a Kingdom Hearts 4. I need the trilogy to, you could do one more fight and that will be the end of it. That'll be done. I don't care anymore. But this third fight needs to happen. I mean, Kingdom Hearts 2 left it on the cliffhanger, which, I mean, knowing how the story goes with Final Fantasy, and you know Cloud and Sephiroth fight, you know, that's just their battle. So I could understand if they wanted to go the stance of, well, Sora took over the first two, but now it's Cloud's turn. He'll be there to finish the job, and we just won't see it unfold. However, I just think in an Unreal Engine 5, it could literally be an Advent Children style fight that all of a sudden leads into gameplay. Because, I mean, we almost kind of got that with Final Fantasy VII Remake. I mean, the cutscene was awesome, the fights were good, and I mean, just, I imagine how the Data fights and Yazora's fight was in Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind DLC, and just picture that with how the environment would look with Sephiroth, how, you know, what they could do with like particle effects of maybe some new moves that Sephiroth can do. Not saying that he will do new moves that he never has done before, but give some more moves that he's done in Final Fantasy and add them into here. I mean, he already did Supernova. That's like, I mean, I didn't expect him, even though that was like the easiest attack to dodge, it was kind of underwhelming in Kingdom Hearts 1, but still seeing him do those kind of attacks are cool. Kingdom Hearts 2 went a little step further, but just imagine a Kingdom Hearts 3, or Kingdom Hearts 4 rather, Unreal Engine 5 graphics, just more, because I believe that Kingdom Hearts 3's combat was good in my opinion. It's just my opinion though. I don't really necessarily care as much about combat when it comes to Kingdom Hearts, because at the end of the day, they all kind of feel the same to me. I mean, I'm not really going that deep into it. If I want to go in deep with combat, I'll go play a fighting game where it actually, in my opinion, matters. I don't really go that deep into it when it comes to Kingdom Hearts. However, I feel like in Kingdom Hearts 4, they've definitely seen feedback, and I mean, they fixed some stuff in the Remind DLC when it came to the combat, so I can imagine they'll refine it a little bit more. And for secret boss fights, whatever it is that they may do, it would be awesome to see what they could do with the Sephiroth boss fight. Reaction commands are returning, so I mean, Kingdom Hearts 2's start of Sephiroth was awesome because you had to have a reaction command, and I guarantee every single person that fought him for the first time, a lot of us were kids, but I guarantee we probably missed that very first reaction command because we weren't expecting the fight to start off that way. And it was a cool reaction command because, I mean, if you get it right it looks cool. And even if you get it wrong, Sephiroth looks badass. Like, either way, it was a cool fight. But with reaction commands returning, I mean, I really don't know what they could do, but it would just look awesome nonetheless. And they have that whole build system too, or something weird that they're doing. Like, it's something new to Kingdom Hearts, kind of like how Yazora's boss fight was. What Yazora was doing in his boss fight is kind of, I guess, what Sora can do now. Look, like, it kind of looks like. I can see them doing a lot of things. I don't know exactly which. I mean, you got that little, almost like a grapple hook style keyblade, just, I don't want to call it flow motion, but it just, there's a lot of things in this game that looks very, very saucy. It looks saucy, and it would just be so good. It would be so good. And I realize this video is a ramble, but I need people to know how passionate I am about Sephiroth coming to Kingdom Hearts. I mean, just, oh my, imagine the music, just a Kingdom Hearts rendition again of One Winged Angel. I mean, like, oh my gosh, the last time I heard it was in Melody of Memory. I need to hear it again in a new game. I mean, just, oh man, I can't wait. I can't wait for Kingdom Hearts 4 just to either be disappointed. Like, it's not going to be a make or break for the game in any way, shape, or form, because they're going to include secret bosses for sure. However, I do want Sephiroth in the game. I don't feel like it's needed. I do feel like people want it though. A lot more people, I think, want it than people that don't. The people that don't care, I feel like, is the minority in this situation versus the people that actually want it. Because I've seen a lot of people complaining about Final Fantasy characters, and they were also like talking about Sephiroth. But there's also a lot of people that just wanted the secret boss being Sephiroth. And I mean, I feel like you're not doing any harm just adding him in. I really don't. Sephiroth is just a cool character. He's a transcendent character. Even when he got introduced into Smash, people's jaws dropped because they were not expecting him. I would honestly say, like, honestly, Sora was obviously the biggest draw when it came to people being hype. But I would say Sephiroth was there in terms. I don't think he was that far behind the hype level for Sora. I mean, Sora was just trending every single day for almost a whole year trying to get him into Smash. But when Sephiroth just came in out of the blue, he trended. Like, he exploded the internet because it was a cool thing that honestly no one, I don't think, expected, but it was awesome to see. Because at the end of the day, Sephiroth sells. Whatever he's in, whatever he cameos in, he just is that character that looks cool. He's the character that has this really long sword that, I mean, if you look at Elden Ring, or even when I played Souls games in the past, every time I would pick up what they called back in the day in Dark Souls, and that was washing pole, but it was a very long katana, similar to the Masamune. Even in Samurai Warriors, they had one, I think it was Mitsuhide Akechi, used to have a sword. He had a variant of a sword that was long. And I mean, long swords, for some reason, because Sephiroth is just, I think, the only person that had this abnormally, unrealistically long sword, and everyone was just like, nah, that's Sephiroth. I don't care what game I'm in, this is Sephiroth's sword. And just that's just what's needed in this game. Oh my gosh, I just need it. I need it. I know I sound like a fanboy and all that, and I'll take it. And I'm not gonna, like I said, if he doesn't make it in for a secret boss, it's not like it's gonna make or break the game for me. I'm gonna play it regardless. I'll be disappointed, but it won't dock any points, of a rating that I have for the game. I'm not like that, but I'm gonna speak it into existence. I'm gonna start it early because it's in early development, so I'm gonna really just start hammering it out there that people needs to speak up now before it's too late. Because no one, when it was coming to Kingdom Hearts 3, no one was really talking about Sephiroth, and that's why it came out later with Nomura, that he was like, someone gave him a question and told him just like, is there going to be a Sephiroth boss fight? And then he said he didn't really see people talking about him too much, and he probably thinks that people think it would be redundant. And I mean, it makes sense, because at the time no one was really talking about Sephiroth, because at the time we weren't really expecting the game to come out and we didn't believe it was real yet, because that's the meme. That is the meme for Kingdom Hearts games, is you never really know it's real, because I mean, the joke is it's not gonna come out till 2093, that's just a funny joke. But we just gotta start early, and then maybe, just maybe, we can just create a ball rolling where a lot of people can make videos about the topic, and then will manifest it in there to where he'll be a secret boss in Kingdom Hearts 4. But let me know down in the comment section below your thoughts. Are you one of the fans of Sephiroth? Do you like his boss fights in games? Do you not like his boss fight? Do you think that he actually has no point to being in Kingdom Hearts anymore? You think he served his purpose with the first 2 fights? Because everyone's opinion matters. Maybe Nomura was right that there is a lot of people that do find his boss fight redundant, and you don't think his trilogy needs to really be solidified. His first 2 battles were good, and Sephiroth and Cloud can fight off screen and they don't really matter anymore. Or you're on my side where you just want Sephiroth to be in the game, get that final boss fight and Unreal Engine 5 with refined gameplay, hopefully, and just a refined look to the game and flow of how reaction commands could be in a Kingdom Hearts 4. I mean, I feel like it'd be an amazing addition to the game. But just let me know your thoughts down below, and if you guys did enjoy this video, leave a like, subscribe, and you guys know the drill. I will see you guys later.